Assalamu alaikum, my dear student. Today we will talk about Stokes theorem. It is an important theorem for integral calculus. Let sigma be a piecewise smooth or oriented surface that is bounded by a simple closed piecewise smooth curve with positive orientation if the component of the vector field f of x y z, which is equals to f of x y z of I plus g of x y z of j plus h of y z of k, are continuous and have continuous first order partial derivative on some open set containing sigma, and if t is the unit tangent vector to curve C. Now student, according to Stokes theorem, it is a relationship between the line integral and the surface integral. This will be a line integral and it is a surface integral. So as you know that, what is n cap? N cap is equals to del phi over del phi magnitude. And what is ds? ds is equals to dx into dy whole divided by n cap dot k. And what is r? R is a vector in three dimension. So xi plus yj plus zk. Now if we find the derivative, dr is equals to d of xi plus d of yj plus d of zk. So now student, we are applying the Stokes theorem. Using Stokes theorem to calculate the work done, the formula it is the closed line integral is C f dot dr, which is equals to double integral sigma curl f, it means del cross f dot n cap into ds. So the question is, find the work done performed by the force field f of x y z in three dimension x square I plus 4xy cube j plus y square of x k on a particle that traverses of rectangle C. Here are, as you know, show that, as you see that student, it is a rectangle, it is another rectangle. So R is the rectangular region, C in the plane z is equals to y shown in the figure. So student, the work done, when we find the solution, the work performed by the vertical, the work performed by the particle W is equals to closed line integral f dot dr or in another way, W is equals to double integral sigma curl f dot n cap into ds. Since the surface sigma is a surface, as equation z is equals to y, then we will find curl f, which is equals to del cross f So we make a student a determinant. In the first column, we write the position vector ijk. In the second row, it is dawa over dawa xi, dawa over dawa y, dawa over dawa z. The coefficient of I, we call it x. It means f1. Coefficient of j is 4xy cubed in the second column, and in the third column, the coefficient of k it is y square of x. In the next step, student, we will determine the curl f, and we expand the determinant. When we consider, student, skip the first row and first column when we determine the value of I. So student, it means we will find the partial derivative with respect to y. It is 2yx minus, if the derivative with respect to z, it means 0, minus j sine. Then we consider j, it means we will skip this column, second column and first row. Then we will find the partial derivative with respect to x. It means y square minus sine, and the partial derivative with respect to z, it is 0. Plus, in the kth column, we will consider the partial derivative with respect to x, it is 4y cube minus sine, and the derivative with respect to y, it is 0 of k. So it means curl f, it is equals to 2xy I minus y square j plus 4y cube k it means del cross f what is n cap? So n cap is equals to dava z upon dava xi plus dava z upon dava yj minus k into dA. So therefore, W is equals to double integral sigma curl f into n cap into ds which is equals to since z is equals to y you have given. So when we find curl f, it is 2xy I plus define since ds is equals to dA and dA is equals to dy into dx. Now when we write here, student, the value of curl f, it is 2xyi minus y square j plus 4y cube k into j into j into dy into dx. So when we find the product, dot product, which is equals to So it means minus y square minus 4y cube. K dot k is 1, j dot z is 1. So minus y square plus minus 4y cube into dy into dx. After finding this result, student, when we integrate with respect to y, but the limit of y is 0 to 3, according to given situation in the diagram, and the limit of x is 0 to 1. You see here. So work done is equals to the limit of y is 0 to 3, the limit of x is 0 to 1 into minus y square minus 4y cube into dy into dx. Now integrate with respect to y first. Minus y cube over 3 minus 4 times, as it is, y4 upon 4, integral limit from 0 to 3, the into dx. Now when we substitute the limits upper and lower, first we applying the upper, it means 27. 3 raised to the power 3, it means 27 divided by 3, it means minus 27 divided by 3, it means minus 9. 4 divided by 4, 3 raised to the power 4, it means 81 into dx into 0 to 1. So both are added, minus 90. When we integrate with respect to x, the integration of dx, it is x. The limit from 0 to 1 is 10. The answer, it is minus 90. So therefore, work done is equals to minus 90 joule. Student, we have applied Stokes theorem because we have given the value of y is 0 to 3 and the limit of x is 0 to 1, but y is equals to z is equals to y. So now the next application about verify Stokes theorem for the vector field f of x, y, z, 2zi plus 3z, 3xj plus 5yk, taking sigma to be the portion of the paraboloid. This shape, it is paraboloid, you know very well, like as parabola, and it is formed as circle. So x square plus y square is equals to 4. This is an equation of circle, and the above shape represent here, it is paraboloid. So z is equals to 4 minus x square minus y square, for which z is greater than or equal to 0 with upward orientation. It means the upward orientation, and C to be positively oriented circle, x square plus y square is equals to 4. That's form the boundary of sigma in the xy plane. Now we find the solution, student. Since sigma is oriented up, the positive orientation of C is counterclockwise is counterclockwise, looking down. The positive x-axis, because it is positive x-axis, positive z-axis. Let x is equals to 2 times of cos t. These are the parametric equation we consider here according to given situation, and y is equals to 2 sine t and z is equals to 0. So then we find the derivative with respect to x. It is dx upon dt. So minus 2 sine t into dt. dy is equals to 2 times cos t into dt. And dz is equals to 0. So the limit of t is 0 to 2 pi. So when we consider the left hand side of the Stokes theorem, integral c f dot dr. So when we put here, student, f dot dr, what is f? If we find f is 2zi plus 3x yj so line integral, closed line integral c 2z I plus 3xj plus 5y k f dot dr. What is dr? When we find the derivative, it means dxi plus dyj plus dzk. And the limit of 0 to pi, we represent here 2z into dx. I dot I, it is 1 plus 3x into dy plus 5y into dz. I dot I, it is 1, j dot j, it is 1, k dot k, it is 1. So student, when we put here, the value of z is 0, so it means this part it should be 0 plus 3 times of x, x is cos t, 2 times of cos t into 2 times of cos t plus 0 into dt. So student, when we put all these values, because x is equals to 2 cos t, y is equals to 2 sin t, so 3x is equals to 3 times x is 2 cos t. We put here this value, x is equals to 2 cos t, y is equals to 2 cos t plus dz is 0. So it means this part it should be 0. And 2 times of cos t into dy is equals to 2 times of cos t. So all terms are multiplying together. So we put here is when dy is equals to 2 times of cos t into dt. And plus into 0. So the integral is 0 to 2 pi. When we simplifying together, 2 to the 4, 4 3 is 12, cos square t into dt, 0 to 2 pi, the limit of t is 0 to 2 pi. Now you know very well, student, cos square t, there is no integral, so we applying here substitution, cos square t is equals to 1 minus cos 2t upon 2, 1 plus cos 2t upon 2. So when we put here 1 plus cos 2t upon 2 into dt, the integral from 0 to 2 pi, it is 12, 2 divided by the student 2 divided by 12, it means it is 6. Then we will integrate, multiplying the function dt into 1, it means dt, and cos 2t into dt. We separate them, and in the next step we will integrate and applying the limit. So student, the integral of dt is t, 0 to 2 pi plus the integral of cos, the derivative of cos is minus sine, but the integral it is sine 2t upon 2, limit from 0 to 2 pi, it is 6. Now applying the limit, 6 into 2 pi. So when we put here 2 pi into 4 pi, 4 pi upon 2, it means it should be 0. Sine 4 pi it is 0, and sine 0 it is 0. So the answer it is this. So it means 6 into 2 pi plus 0, because this part it should be 0, sine 4 pi it is 0. So the answer it is 12 pi. So now student, left hand side, the result of right hand side, we will continue. Now right hand side of Stokes theorem, double integral sigma curl f dot n cap into ds. First we find del cross f, I, j, k, we find dou over dou x, dou over dou y, dou over dou z. The vector f, it means the coefficient of I it is 2x, 2z, and coefficient of j is 3x, and the coefficient of k it is 5y. So student, when we consider this column, it means we will skip this column and row. Find the derivative with respect to y, it is 5. With respect to z, it is 0. So 5 minus 0 of I minus, when we consider this column, find the value of jth column, it means the derivative of 5y with respect to s, x it is 0, minus sign, with respect to z it is 2, plus, when we consider this column, we will skip all these values, first one and the third column. So when we find the partial derivative with respect to x, it is 3. The derivative of 3x, it is 3. And with respect to z, it is 0 of k. So now the answer it is 5i minus minus plus 2j plus 3 of k. This value is called curl f. So now student, what is z? Z is equals to g of xy, which is equals to, if you see again with the help of diagram, it is called g of xy. Z is equals to g of xy, 4 minus x square minus y square. So we put here 4 minus x square minus y square therefore now right hand side is equals to double integral r curl f dot n cap into ds, which is equals to double integral r curl f into dava z over dava xi dava z upon dava y plus k into dA. It means the surface integral converted into the rectangular coordinates. So what is curl f? Curl f, it is phi phi. When we put here phi phi plus 2j plus 3k, it is curl f dot dava z upon dava xi with respect to x, with respect to y, and with respect to z, it is 2 times of x. If you write the equation in this way, student, x square plus y square plus z is equals to 4. When we find the partial derivative with respect to x, it is 2x, it is 2y, and it is 1. So 2x I plus 2yj plus 1k into dA. So student, in the next step, we take the dot product of two vectors. So 2x into 5, it is 10x, I dot I, it is 1, plus 4y, j dot j, it is 1, and plus 3, k dot k, it is 1 into dA. R represent here the rectangular region because the surface integral, when we convert it into rectangular region, so it means dA is equals to r dr d theta. When we convert into polar coordinate system, so it means let x is equals to r cos theta, y is equals to r sin theta, and the limit of theta is 0 to 2 pi, because you have given a student in the question the circle equation, you know very well. X square plus y square is equals to 4. It is form the circle. So that's why we will take the value. It is in polar coordinates. The radius, it is 2, I think. And the limit of r, it is 0 to 2. Because since x square plus y square is equals to 4, it means the limit of r, it is 0 to 2. So after finding the, when we convert it into polar coordinates, so tan of r is 2. It means when we put here, student, r is r cos theta in terms of x, 10 times of r cos theta plus 4 times of r sin theta plus 3 into dA represent here r dr d theta. The limit from theta is 0 to r is 0 to 2 and theta is 0 to pi by 2, 0 to 2 pi. So first we integrate with respect to r. So 10 r cos theta, 4 r sin theta. When we multiplying r by r, it means 10 r square cos theta plus 4 r square sin theta plus 3 times of r into dr into d theta. The limit of r is 0 to 2 and the limit of theta is 0 to 2 pi. So now student, when we integrate with respect to r, it is 10 r cube over 3 cos theta keeping constant, 4 times r cube over 3 sin theta keeping constant plus 3 times of r square upon 2. Then we put here in the next step, the limit of r is 0 to 2 into d theta and the limit of theta is 0 to 2 pi. So when we put here is 2 raised to the power 3, it is 8. 8 into 10, it is 80 upon 3 cos theta. Similarly, when we put here 2 raised to the power 3, it is 8, 8 for the 32, 32 over 3 sin theta plus 2 square, it is 4, 4 divided by 2, it is 2, 3 to the 6 into d theta. Theta is 0 to 2 pi. $80 over 3 as it is, when we integrate with respect to is a constant value cos theta into d theta, 0 to 2 pi plus sine 32 over 3 outside the integral, sine theta into d theta plus 6 times of d theta and the limit of theta is 0 to 2 pi. We separate them and in the next step we will integrate this one. The integral of the derivative of cos is minus sine. The integral of cos is sine theta 0 to 2 pi plus 32 over 3 sine theta. The integral of sine theta it is cos theta minus cos theta 0 to 2 pi plus 6 times theta into 0 to 2 pi. Sine 2 pi. Student, when we are applying the upper limit, sine 2 pi it should be 0. So it means this part it should be 0. And when we are applying cos 2 pi, it means it is again it should be 0 plus minus. If you write here 32 over 3 and 80 over 3 into 0 plus 6 times into 2 pi. So the answer it is 12 pi. So therefore the line integral, closed line integral C f dot dr, which is equals to double integral sigma f curl f dot n cap into ds, both are equal, means 12 pi, hence proved. तो स्टूडेंट, हमने यहाँ पर आज बात करी, स्टोक्स थ्योरम को डिफाइन किया, स्टोक्स थ्योरम की एप्लीकेशन की, टू एप्लीकेशन को हमने डिस्कस किया, तो हमने वेरीफाई कर दिया। तो क्वेश्चन आपका था कि वेरीफाई स्टोक्स थ्योरम फॉर द वेक्टर फील्ड एंड द शेप इज पैराबोलॉइड फॉर्म। So left hand side and right hand side both are equal, hence proof. Thank you very much. I have completed my lecture. God bless you. Take care. Allah Hafiz.